like to begin by taking a point which was mentioned in the outset by Mr. Agarwal, that we need 8 to 10% growth for a couple of decades. The fact is that in 1991, our per capita income was at par with that of China. Technologically, we were ahead. So we have done very well since 91 to now. Somebody else has done far, far better. So we need to have the ambition to get to 8 to 10% growth as soon as possible, sustain it for 20 years. I would prefer 10%, but 8 to 10 may appear more realistic today. We also need to be very clear that we want inclusive growth. And we need inclusive growth, and inclusive growth has some dimensions which we need to keep very clearly before us as we move forward. So one dimension which is not talked about that often is the dimension of regional imbalance. So I have very often said that if the states of UP and Bihar start growing at 8-10% or even 7-8%, 200-300 million people, India will automatically get to 8-10%. And if you look at any development indicators, these two states are really holding India back. I can add 2-3 more states, but these are 300-400 million people. So we need a special focus, a special package, some new thinking on how to get market forces working in these two states and give high growth rates. Because you look at the reality of India, there is labor of Bihar all over India doing low wage jobs. Why can't investment move into these states? That's a big question. The second dimension of inclusiveness is how do we get to the bottom 30-40% very quickly? And the only way to get there is to create better, more economic, more productive paying jobs. Because there is always a trade-off between welfare measures, whether it's NREGA or employment guarantee or whatever, and good high-paying jobs. So how do we create more jobs? That is very important. And how do we take care of the bottom 30% of the pyramid? So that's the other dimension, because you can actually have very high growth rates and not create enough jobs. And some of that is a concern with many analysts of the Indian economy today. And we have unfortunately been very slow, or whatever other word one may use, in taking advantage of the enormous opportunity we have had of a large working population and low wages. So the only difference between India and China, if I look at the last 25-30 years, is that they became the factory of the world. We didn't succeed there. So poverty has been eliminated in China only because they got good manufacturing jobs. Now, unfortunately, the new wave of automation and so on and so forth that is sweeping the world, the window of opportunity which China had may not be there for us. But there is still some opportunity left, and every year, every month is critical.